Yo. Literally, my one thing I'm buying today is a new alarm clock because I don't think my snooze works anymore. I used to have the system. I wake up at 6:45 and I hit snooze twice. That means I would wake up then at 7:05 because it's like a 9-minute snooze. And now I hit snooze and it just doesn't go off again. And it's really been pissing me off because I rely on that machine. But I mean, and then I have my phone, so I've been pretty pissed because it's now been like 3 days. 3 days.
Yeah, it's like 3 times this week
in a row. It's literally been Monday, Tuesday.
No, we were here Tuesday. Tuesday, you sent the link to me like 10 minutes before. I'm like, he's ready to go.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so mad about it. I am so mad about it. I mean, Luke's just never been able to show up.
Shade Texan has not liked this new logo for some reason.
What do you mean?
I don't know. He said something in my Discord, and I just bring back the old logo.
I actually think it's so much better than the old logo. I thought it looks terrible in comparison.
I love the old logo. We're like the Brooklyn NBA show. We should just rebrand as a Brooklyn-based show. Go to the old logo and
just rep
like he got it off Google on Android. That's not crazy.
Not really. I mean, I can just switch to the other one.
That's kind of funny comment.
I don't see it.
Yeah, but now that you know that, take a look at it. It's like
I don't know what Google off Android is because I don't have fucking Android.
Well, just picture what it would be. Wow, we only have Cyro's channel linked in the banner. Wow.
In the banner, in the brand.
Wow, yeah.
The other logos we have are. He said we had updated one. I think it looks clean like this. Also, someone turned off the air conditioning. It was 78 in my house when I got out.
Turned off the air conditioning.
Yeah, dude, I was dying. I was living in a sauna. It was awful. But let's get right to it. The Knicks and Warriors won. Game 6 predictions. Free agency, offseason news, and rumors. But let's get right in today's video. Anything you found interesting last night? I mean, the Knicks almost choked it away.
Yeah, they did. They really did. It was like a 2-point game? It was a 3-point game, 4-point game a couple of times. And the Knicks didn't even – it's not like they were even making shots to close it out. Miami was just choking. They were just hacking the hack a Mitch, and then they were just sloppy and fouling and kept sending the Knicks to the free throw line. And, yeah, man, they scraped by that victory.
It definitely was an interesting one due to the fact that, like, Jalen Brunson and Quentin Grimes played every single minute of that basketball game. They played all 48 minutes. They didn't sit down once. Did you know that?
Brunson 38? Was it
48? 48. Brunson played 48 minutes.
Minute or points though.
Oh. Yeah, no. I mean, the Knicks are clearly going to lose the next game. Let's be honest, though.
Oh, wow.
They barely won this game, and they had to play Brunson 48 minutes to do it, and Quentin Grimes.
They also shot 40 free throws compared to the Heat's 19.
Duncan Robinson almost beat the Knicks last night.
Yeah, the Knicks had 18 turnovers. The Heat had 12. The Heat only shot 30 from downtown. I would still think the Heat win the series, but I don't think it'll be easy. I mean, RJ had 26. He's been doing a great job. Randall efficient, 24, 5-5, 4-7 downtown. If they can clear up those turnovers, I mean, they shot almost 50% from the field. So if they were to clean up those turnovers, Game 7, I don't think Miami Heat win it in the Garden.
You don't think so?
No, I mean, I see it though. Like, I forget who was it? somebody said it. Some bigger name said like, "Oh, the Knicks." It might have actually been Ben Stiller. He was like, somebody was like, "Oh, the Knicks look so much better. Like now we know what we are capable of." I'm like, watching the game, like I don't think the Knicks looked good.
I thought the Knicks looked terrible. They won
I
this
don't think
game because they
terrible is
were.
the right word.
I just thought there was a point, dude, where there were so many Knicks turnovers, and I was just like, the Heat are literally going to come back, and the Heat just weren't able to take advantage of it.
Okay, well then if the Knicks looked terrible, then the Heat looked abysmal.
No, I mean the Heat just looked like the Miami fucking Heat, the team that causes fucking chaos. It's 3-point shot, moves the ball around. The Knicks just looked directionless. The Heat looked like a team that's just trying to cause chaos, trying to force turnovers. Like the Knicks basketball game is rebounds and forcing turnovers and playing pretty mistake free. But against a team like the Heat have stolen their identity and they're playing Knicks basketball and doing a better job with it.
I don't think that's true.
That is 100%
I
true.
don't think that's true.
That is true. Knicks basketball is fucking Tom Thibodeau basketball is forcing turnovers, offensive rebound, and attacking the paint. Guess what they have not been able to do? They're being forced to shoot threes. I mean, last game they were able to somewhat attack the paint.
Okay.
Just one game. Okay, dude, you're down fucking 3-2, you retard. Like, literally, look at like this fact that this whole thing, every game the Knicks have more turnovers. Okay, they're turning the ball more, and they're basically being out rebound. That, if you look at the regular season, the Knicks have thrived off of Mitchell Robinson rebounding and giving them second chance opportunities. And the Knicks are not a good shooting team. If you look throughout the playoffs, they have not been a good shooting team. Through this regular season, they were not a good shooting team. And now in the playoffs, the Heat have turned it on. The Heat have been a better shooting team. The Heat are turning the ball over and scoring off the turnovers more. And what they're doing is they're clogging the paint and telling the Knicks to shoot it. Last night, the Knicks were driving into the wall, but last night was a fluke, if anything, because the Knicks should have lost that game. The Knicks, there was a point where that game was a 4-point, 6-point game, and the Heat weren't able to put the dagger in, and then the Heat basically started phasing everyone off and just saved the energy for the next game.
Yeah, you're totally right. I mean, especially scoring 14 points in the first quarter, I expect you to win that basketball game. If you're down 24-14 after the worst first quarter in the entire world, you have all the momentum, and you need to keep your foot on the gas and maybe score another 14 in the next quarter. So I think you're being a little disrespectful to the New York Knicks here because for 12 straight minutes, the Miami Heat were clearly looking better. So how about some praise for the shutdown of Jimmy Butler? What is that? 2 straight games now, 19 points, only 12 field goal attempts. We won't see that in Game 6, but I feel pretty good if Jalen Brunson's going to drop 40 and RJ and Randall are going to give me 50. I agree with Chris. IQ, even though IQ is struggling, if he comes back, that would be money. Maybe a Quentin Grimes 5-3 game. Maybe we get like a little Grant Williams from him. Game 7 if they can extend it. I don't think this one's quite over yet.
I think it's over in Game 6. I don't. The Knicks, even what we talked about yesterday, they don't seem fully invested. All right.
Ooh.
And I don't know if Manuel quickly is going to be back. They're going back to Miami for Game 6. I got Miami winning this because they're just the deeper and the better team in the sense that on paper, I guess you could say the Knicks are better, but the Heat are just better coach and Eric Spoelstra. I mean, the fact that Quentin Grimes and Jalen Brunson played 48 minutes this past game, I don't think they're going to be feeling that great on Saturday, to be honest.
Is the next game Saturday? Because that's actually plenty of rest.
Or Friday, I believe. It's Friday. Sorry, I lost track of the days.
I'm pretty sure I'm older than Quentin Grimes. I don't think Quentin Grimes is going to be struggling. I'm going to imagine Quentin Grimes is actually probably back in the gym hitting legs today. Just kidding. He's not hitting legs, but he'll be in the gym, staying loose. I don't think Brunson's the type of guy. He's not year 20 LeBron James. I don't think he's going to be completely gassed. It is something to note, but I mean, Jimmy Butler played 5 minutes less. It's not like a crazy. I don't think 5 minutes will be the difference there.
So we got some news last night. Let's pivot from the Heat game over to some injury news plus the other game that went on. And the rumor, not the rumor, but right now we're hearing that our man Anthony Davis is undergoing tests. Let me pull it up right here, what they're saying. Brian Windhorst, the man putting out the information. Give me 1 second.
Oh, jeez.
Or elimination situation, but Anthony Davis and whether he can avoid the concussion protocol is the most important thing going in the NBA right now.
What's the latest on what
You hear this?
Mm-hmm.
you're hearing about AD?
Well,
Yeah, this is not to take anything away from the game that the Warriors played last night because they played terrific in a closeout situation or elimination situation. But Anthony Davis and whether he can avoid the concussion protocol is the most important thing going in the NBA right now. And it's not something that would have been decided last night. He will be continued to be evaluated today to see if he develops symptoms. I will tell you that having covered such situations like this for the last 10 or 15 years, every concussion situation is different. None are the same. You cannot make assumptions. If you make assumptions, you will end up looking wrong. And its other thing is that it's not necessarily the way he feels. There's a series of tests they put him through that they compare him to tests that he had when he was not concussed to see how he's reacted. If he has to go in the concussion protocol, it is not a matter of how he's feeling or whether he can play through things. There is a predetermined list of return to play guidelines that take time. If he goes in the protocol today, and again, let's hope that he doesn't go into it, and let's hope that what the Lakers were seeing last night was good positive signs. But if he goes in today, Game 6, almost 100%, he would not be able to play no matter what. Not up to him, not up to anything. And even Game 7, because of the return to play protocols, I would say, in my experience, very unlikely if he enters the concussion protocol. So later today, the Lakers will release an injury report ahead of tomorrow's game. They're required to by the league rules. If Anthony Davis is not on that injury
all right,
report,
Brian Windhorst has been so goddamn confusing. I don't know if he's saying it's likely he has a concussion or if he doesn't.
Close out opportunity at home.
No, he's right though. If AD were to enter concussion protocol, he would definitely be out for the rest of the series. 100%.
Okay, but wait. I lost. Did Brian Windhorst say he expects or it's unlikely that he enters concussion protocol? I got confused.
I don't think he gave an opinion on if it happens.
He didn't give
or
an
not.
opinion.
Knowing AD, he's probably concussed, but I would be shocked if he is. I mean, forearms are big. Would you rather get elbowed or forearmed? Well, I'm gonna go with forearmed.
Forearm, because I'm pretty sure, like on a Joe Rogan thing I listened to, your elbow, is strategic. It's strategic. This is like actually a weapon. Like it's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There is strategic in this.
Yeah, it's an elbow.
Yeah,
it's like a knee. Would you rather have your heel or your knee? I wonder. That's a good question, actually. No, well, the answer is forearm, and I don't think AD is concussed. And if AD is concussed, he's made of actual glass. And no matter if I watch it in slow-mo or full speed, I don't know how this man is so miserable from a forearm. I know it's Kevon Looney, he's a big guy, but you're also a big guy. So I think he's fine. I think he'll be
Did you
fine.
not see this earlier? This guy's stuff. We've talked about it before. Brian Sutter's. You did a video earlier.
His head on this play by Kevon Looney, and per Chris Haynes, had to actually be taken off the concussion. Heard him broadcast
I'm trying to find
that day. Quick to connect, and within seconds, you're going to
I don't give a fuck about it.
there NordVPN. Looking at our biodigital anatomy tool
That's
here,
far.
I think the first thing to focus on really acutely for Davis is the possibility of some sort of facial trauma, something like an orbital fracture.
So you hear that? Like that was like the other thing I heard. The concern was that this could be for Anthony Davis an orbital fracture. I mean, granted, this is from the YouTube doctor guy, But like he says, like initial thought. But from what he says, from it looks like it doesn't seem like that or any damage to the eye. That he said if his best bet from what he's seeing is it's probably a concussion from his medical expertise. Well, but he also but he also says like throughout the videos like he can't really know that just from a video. There's so many other variables, but like from like where he was hit and stuff, he like lists all the possible injuries and like course of actions that they're going through. Have you not watched him? He's like dope, Brian Sutter.
We've talked about him double-digit times, but Draymond Green the other game fell back on his head. He jumps, he falls, and then slams his head, gets right back up, goes at it. Anthony Davis catches half a forearm and half a wrist to the forehead, and he's out for the series. It's just absurd.
Legitimately, TP, can LA get it done without David until he returns for next series, if that's the case? I have no idea, because the fact that if it's Wayne Gabriel, I'm not confident. I know Mo Bamba's – I don't know what happened to Mo Bamba's ankle, but Mo Bamba's ankle's fucked. And then you got Tristan Thompson, who I think is just there to be the director of good morale. So, like –
there's a 0% chance the Lakers win the series if Anthony Davis has a concussion.
You don't think Tristan Thompson can turn it back to 2016 for one game?
No.
One game.
No.
LeBron just asks him one game.
No. If the Lakers wanted to win a game without AD, which they've never really been able to do, I would need, let's see.
Because Anthony Davis has not missed a game this playoff. It's only been LeBron who's missed a game this playoff so far. So, and the whole thing is,
what game did LeBron miss?
Was it LeBron to miss one game?
LeBron missed when did he miss a game?
No, he didn't miss a game. I'm trying to think. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just mixing up Draymond Green getting suspended in my head. That LeBron. Yeah, I think that's why. Ignore me. Neither guys have missed it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, Tristan Thompson, it's not happening. Last night, I thought maybe when in the garbage time, they would throw him out there to see if he could actually move. But, like, the moment that I saw that they threw out Wayne Gabriel, I was like, yeah, they're never playing that man.
What was it? It was game 3 or it was one of the Lakers wins. They threw him out there, and he was actually –
The blowout.
He was feasting for, like, 3 possessions. He was scoring. Little barbecue chicken. I don't think it'll happen, but I'd need, like, 35 from LeBron – 23 from Reeves, 30-ish from D'Lo.
We agree before Anthony Davis got hurt, they were making a comeback. They were closing the gap. They were closing the gap at least. It was like an 8 or a 10-point game, I think it was, when he got hurt. And then 2 minutes later, it's a 14, 16-point game.
I mean, they'd been turning it around for a long time, though. I don't think it ever – but, yeah, I mean, it could have been a blowout. I mean, the Warriors ended the third quarter. They went like 0-6 or 0-7 from downtown. I technically was a gap. I don't think any Laker fan felt all that confident about it. But maybe if Lonnie fourth quarter was happening, but it wasn't. So it was just that was just the way the game went for Lakers. They start off sluggish. The Warriors made 7 first quarter threes. No sense of urgency. It was sloppy. They're not finishing.
Malik Beasley, though. Malik Beasley and the backups almost cut the lead down to the 10. And I was like, if there's in my mind, there was like about 2 minutes left. And they cut the lead down to 13, and they were like 1. But then Jordan Poole, I think, Jonathan Kuminga just answered the 3 back. But if Jonathan Kuminga missed that 3 and they hit the 3 and made it like a 10-pointer or like an 8-point game, you think Darvin Ham would have put the starters back in?
No.
All righty, let's get right here and ready to rumble. Oh, look at this.
Oh, I'm going to talk about that game real quick.
What game?
The Lakers-Warriors.
We just did.
We talked about Anthony Davis having a concussion.
Yeah.
I'm going to
go for it. Talk about the Warriors. What did you think of it?
Yeah, the game happened, so I'm going to talk about it. Well, Draymond Green, Andrew Wiggins, players of the game. I don't know what's going on with Klay Thompson because the Warriors aren't winning Game 6 or Game 7 if it happens. If Klay Thompson continues doing what Klay Thompson's been doing, Draymond Green,
Gary Payton starting surprised me.
Gary Payton's he did a great job again last night. He's such a pesky dude. He's great at getting those tipped offensive rebounds and just being a annoying player.
Kevon Looney played 20 minutes only off the bench. Crazy.
Kevon Looney did a great job as well, just being a presence. But yeah, players of the game, Draymond Green, 7-11 from the field, 20 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists. Andrew Wiggins, Mr. LeBron James's matchup, 27, 7 and 5. I mean,
Andrew Wiggins was diming. Andrew Wiggins had some good passes. You know who I was surprised had a couple nice threes? Moses Moody. Moses Moody's kind of earning Steve Kerr's trust this playoffs as like the only young guy to get to see regular minutes, similar to last year during the playoffs.
Yeah, saw him in the finals.
Yeah, we saw him in the finals. Like, if you don't remember that, everyone this whole year was like hyping up Kuminga, but like Moody was the guy who like actually was the rookie playing. Like, it's that 3-and-D.
Yeah, Moody's cool.
I always liked Moses Moody. I always thought he was a good player. Yeah. Honestly, if they were to trade a couple of young guys this offseason, I think the guy that they keep is Moody. If they were to, you know what I mean, like trade Kuminga and like one other guy, you know, or something, I definitely could see. Or if they said like we're either going to trade Kuminga or Moody this offseason, I think they trade Kuminga because I think they trust Moody more, even though maybe Kuminga has a higher ceiling.
Yeah, I think Moody's mold fits the Dubs better than he at this current point. But
he's more of a better scheme fit. But no, you're right. This was the Draymond Green, Andrew Wiggins show. I mean, Steph Curry did his thing, but Steph Curry at times was like playing hella off ball. And
yeah, fourth quarter stuff was in full effect. He did a great job closing that game in the fourth.
But for the most of the earlier game, he was kind of he was still facilitating everything, being Steph Curry, but he was definitely playing a lot more off ball. Dante DiVincenzo and Gary Payton II. I mean, Gary Payton was scoring great, but Dante, I mean, his shot wasn't hitting, but he plays his defense. I always loved Dante, regardless of what his stat line. You know, he's still trying out there. But Jordan Poole.
Poole started nice. I mean, yeah, Poole, Dante, they did great, solid jobs not great. They did solid jobs off the bench. I don't know. It's hard to win in Golden State. I feel like Los Angeles was playing at 70%, which just it doesn't surprise me.
We talked about the fact that Lakers weren't going to close this out in this game. I think that was our.
I was really thinking though, like a lot of people were thinking as well that LeBron could go out there and physically impose his will and just
get an extra day break.
Just get that extra day break, continue the momentum. I know Charles Barkley made a whole deal of it after the game. Like he's lost a 3-1 series against Houston in the kiss of death, and I think he's skeptical, but he also hasn't won much. I'm not. If AD's out, they're effed, but I don't think AD will be out. I think they'll be fine. But like LeBron, defensively, there was nothing last night. He only had 3 assists, something all series. Actually, he's not really distributing the ball. He's more of giving the ball to a guard and going and standing on the wing and just like skipping possessions, almost like he's saving himself for the fourth quarter or whatever it is. So I need the ball in LeBron's hand a lot more in Game 6, and I need a lot more than 3 assists. But, the Lakers, 14 turnovers, the Dubs, 14 turnovers. The score makes this game look worse than I think it actually was because the Lakers had some opportunities. They couldn't – Golden State had a ton of opportunities too. The Golden State could have put up like 150 in this game if half their threes went in.
I agree with you with what you're saying, that this was how do you put it? Like I didn't feel like the Lakers were fully invested in the game.
Yeah. So I mean, shout out Steve Kerr getting the team right. I think
when eye allergens attack, the itch can last 24 hours. But with Pat-A-Day Once Daily Relief Extra Strength, You get fast
Where is this
24-hour
coming
relief in
from?
one.
You hear that?
Yeah. ESPN's so annoying with their pop-up ads whenever would make a recap video on here.
Yeah, and then it just
just run it.
All right, let's move over to predictions for time's sake.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like the idea of this because it'll loop. All righty. And then I'll zoom in on it one more time. Oh, not like it makes it. There we go. We're talking Boston Celtics versus this Philadelphia 76ers. I kind of like how Google plays these little like story highlights from last game. But, the score was 115, 103. Looks a lot closer than it actually was because the white boys for the Celtics came in and started hitting threes. But tonight, who wins this?
I'm still going Celtics, but I think the logical choice is actually Philly.
Do you believe dude, Jason Tatum's doing it again.
Yeah, I mean Tatum. That's the thing that's keeping me afloat with Boston is this is what happened last year or something very similar in the semifinals, same series against the Milwaukee Bucks, and then Jason Tatum comes out, drops 44 points in Game 6, and then Grant Williams has 7 threes in Game 7. But as we talked about this yesterday in the recap, it's a different team, but the Celtics were down 2-3 last season. So that's what's keeping me afloat. But Joe Mazzulla is no Ime Udoka, and even just the energy of this team is different. And the Chris Middleton-less Milwaukee Bucks are not the Philadelphia 76ers with MVP Joel MVP Embiid and James Harden turning back the clock, being a great distributor in Game 5 and being a great scorer in Games 1 and 4. But if Tyrese Maxey gives you 30, game's over. No shot, Celtics win. Jason Tatum needs to have 35 points tonight. He is losing me. He's losing me. My Duke boy and Jaylen Brown right there next to him. Give me 27.
Tonight, the Sixers are actually the underdogs. Boston is favorite. Sixers are on the underdogs. And look, I personally agree. I believe the Sixers will finish the job, close out the Celtics at home in Game 6. And at the same time, I don't think so. Elimination game, Boston. I think they forced Game 7. They got to force Game 7. Their season's on the line. It's the end. They can't have it end like this. And come on, it's Doc Rivers coaching this team. If there was anybody to choke this away, we know who would be the team to choke it away. And that is Doc Rivers and the Philadelphia 76ers, team that hasn't made it out the second round with Joel Embiid.
Yeah, it is Joe Mazzulla, though, and that's probably the easiest coached out coach in the playoffs. So, first-year guy.
Tom Thibodeau might be up there.
I think Tom Thibodeau is by far a better coach than Joe Mazzulla.
No, he is, but Tom Thibodeau doesn't even hide what he's going to do.
The Boston Celtics, Al Oldford can't go 0-7 again. Derek White needs more than 7 points, but it's going to come down to Brown and Tatum doing what they do. I think Tatum will actually kill it tonight. Hopefully it's enough. The Celtics' flaw this year, if they're not shooting a three, they're not winning the game. So they need to make their threes tonight.
Completely agree. Alrighty. So you got who's winning tonight?
You got Boston.
I got Boston winning tonight. Force Game 7 like they should. Now let's move over to the other game. The Game 6, 3-2, Phoenix and Denver. Denver's up 3-2. What are your thoughts for this game? And have they said Chris Paul coming back yet or not?
I don't know, but I think I was under the impression I think it's a no-go. I think it's very unlikely. I think he'll be back for Game 7. if they can extend it. And I think they do extend it. I think KD had a
Paul is
whole
out, and DeAndre Ayton's questionable.
I wouldn't be upset if they went with Ayton at the 4 and Londale.
USToday.com has the Suns winning 125 to 119.
Then that's what's happening. KD had a horrible game, and I don't think KD has another bad game.
And the Denver Nuggets have not won a game in Phoenix since October 2021.
Jeez. And yeah, it's in Phoenix. I mean, that's a big.
Yeah, I'm looking at everyone again, guys. I do think this is going to be it's a little harder with this one, just because, especially with Chris Paul and DeAndre Ayton being out. I mean, DeAndre Ayton's questionable. Will probably be in there, but I am very. Yeah, they have to win it. So I'm taking Suns. I believe in Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant, not DeAndre. Kevin Durant, Devin Booker are going to touch God and combine for like 80.
I do think they combine for 80. I want to get that prediction out there back-to-back days. I think they combine for 80.
Yeah, I
plenty
think
of
so.
different sauce.
Yeah, I don't know who will score more, but I'll go with that with you. Suns win. Yeah, Suns win. KD and Booker combined for over 80 points. That's our prediction right here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go actually a step further. I'm gonna go Booker 46, KD 35.
Okay, I go Booker 45 plus, KD 35 plus.
Nice.
So let's go over here. I just want to make sure there's no other news that we might be missing out on today. The all NBA teams, I didn't think any of them were shocking. The only two shocking people were Damian Lillard. That's all.
No Ja, no AD.
Yeah, but kind of makes sense. You know? Like everyone in front of them, like Sabonis, Jokic, and Embiid are all in the positions that Davis plays. Like they would have put Davis as a center, you know?
Yeah, I think this should be the last year where there's positions, but I also think
is.
AD did better than Sabonis. I don't think Sabonis was third all team. However, Randall looked at last night, but their playoff performances are leaving stains in people's mouths right now.
No, I completely understand. And let's just talk about one thing before we play Pirtle. The Bucks have Kenny Atkinson, Charles Lee, and James Borrego on their candidates list. And they have also, made it seem like they're looking to get themselves a guy who comes from championship winning culture. James Borrego he did coach the Hornets, but he comes from San Antonio. And he's a defensive guy. Kenny Atkinson, Warriors, Charles Lee's Bucks. What are your thoughts right there on these guys? 1 sec.
I think Budenholzer is better than all three of these, but yeah, they're fine. Keep it internal. You could go with, I like Borrego. Maybe this team just needs a breath of fresh air. Obviously, that's what they think. So, well, we'll see. But
you give a take?
Yeah.
But with that being said, I think out of these three, who do you think's the best? I think if they're going to go in-house, you go Charles Lee. Honestly, I still think Nick Nurse is the best option. But besides that, I think Kenny Atkinson because, he's coming for the Warriors.
Yeah. Missoula worries me about Charles Lee. But I also think if you bring in a new guy, it's going to take some time. So
that is true.
Worries me. Either way, it worries me. I think Budenholzer should be back.
Yeah, Charles Lee's a young guy. He's under the age of 40s in his 30s. I really like Charles Lee, and if you're going to keep it in-house, you go Charles Lee. Honestly, again, I still think Nick Nurse is the best option, but Kenny Atkinson, in my opinion, isn't a bad one at all, to say the very least. Now, let's do this. The music's not playing. Pirtle time. Put your guesses down below. Literally, before I go to work, I'm stopping at Walmart and just buying a new alarm clock. It's like set me up for failure all week this week, and it's like honestly so maddening. Thank God the Motel 6 will be broadcasting live from next week.
Nice.
Well, yeah, me and Luke are staying at a Motel 6. You know what? I could have saved $5 a night if we only got one bed, but I was a nice friend and I paid $5 extra a night to do 2 queen beds.
Jeez.
What?
Motel 6 doesn't sound great.
It actually has 4.2 stars on Google reviews. It's $54 a night, baby.
Nice.
Pets stay free.
Nice.
I just need a bed, you know what I mean? For the NBA draft.
Good.
Why does this look like Rui Hachimura? All right. Not even. Eastern Conference guy. Who you got?
I'll go Bradley Beal. Victor's a good guess.
Southeast.
Yeah. How old's Vic? Oh, Vic's bigger than 6'4", isn't he?
Okay, so he's either on the Hornets.
Yeah, go Vic. That looks awfully like him.
Vic who?
Nice, Chris. Nice.
Who got that one?
Chris.
Good shit, Chris. Alrighty. Though today I will say we got up to 9 people. First time in a while. Yeah. Concurrently. Also, and the other day, the other one got to 100 already.
I know. I don't know what's going on. I'll take it.
Yeah, I also changed this whole thing where like this show is now a podcast on YouTube. I don't know how that makes sense, but
Yeah, they're pushing YouTube's pushing pods.
yeah. So I turned our you had to just turn the playlist into a podcast playlist now, and there it is. And like, that's it. This is actually cool. You can see the stats of your podcast.
Oh, cool.
Alrighty. You got any closing thoughts? I'm a fucking moron. I can't fucking. The other thing is like I've also gone to bed early, like the past 2 weeks to like do this, and like it's all because of my alarm. Because I've developed this system. When my first alarm goes off, I fall. It means I have 2 more snoozes that I can sleep. You know what I mean? So it's like a preemptive wake up, and then I snooze one more time, and then I snooze again, and then I wake up 18 minutes later at like 7:15, 7:10, and there. But the last couple of days, I literally hit snooze, and my alarm clock just doesn't go off again. It's just like, and I look at it, and it says it's on, but the snooze, and I think I've dropped it so many times or kicked it because I used to keep it on top of a desk, and then I would like hit it off in my sleep, and then now I keep it on the floor, but now I kick it sometimes when I'm walking. What do you use?
My phone.
I use my phone too, but like I don't.
I snoozed till 8:20 today. I wasn't very pleased when I woke up. LeBron James owes me hours of sleep.
They did take that game late. All right, I'm gonna head out.
All right.
Cheers. We'll talk tomorrow.
See ya.
When's Nick's tournament over?
I'm gonna imagine he's gone all week.
That's what I'm saying. So next week he'll be back.
Probably, yeah.
All right. Cheers, everyone. Have a great day. We'll have a full cast next week because Luke can't. Luke will need me to get him back on his sleep schedule. All right. Cheers.
Yeah.